Yeah, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is a follow on to a topic that we have started, more like a series on fastest route to Canada. The aim of this series is to provide quality materials, very easily, very easily understood material, well explained. Haven't from experience, I haven't gathered so many difficulties that people encounter. And one of the major reasons that I've also noticed that people don't even know where to start their application from. Some people spend thousands of dollars to representatives and they don't even get to see anything. So I have walked through the process of getting permanent resident by myself, right? And I thought it's time to put that knowledge out there for people to follow through. That's the essence of my teaching. So I've started a video on overview and guide on the Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program. You can watch that video in the link there or in my description page so that you can get a full grasp of the entire program. So the essence is once you are able to track this episode, there are about 6 episodes that are connected. You are able to follow through. Some of them are to prepare you for documentation. Some are to arrange to guide you on how to fill forms, how to go into the application and fill well detailed videos. Please look out for them and then be able to go. However, in this episode, we'll be looking at assessing your eligibility, right? So for the Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program, this is one route that may get you faster to your destination. So one of those things you want to get going to understand is assess whether you are eligible before you start even disturbing yourself. So there are two major factors that I look into. One of them is labor market factor, success factor, and the other one is the connection to Saskatchewan labor market and adaptability. Under the labor market success, factors like education and training will be looked into, skilled work experience, language liability, and age. I would try to explain in details what you need to know and what you need to prepare yourself for and how to get the best out of these parameters. Shortly in the video, I'll show you step by step how do you need to go about how to earn your score from it. How do you need to calculate your score? There are other videos that would guide you on how to precisely go about getting those documents, right? Like your language exam, ability test, things around your education credential assessment. But this one in particular is to assess your eligibility. So you could go into my link to download some of the guides materials assessing eligibility, so you could walk through the process as I take you through. So just going to the description page, you will see assess your eligibility. Click the link and it will take you to a page where you will see all of the eligibility, just like I will be showing you shortly here. So let's dive in. Just so that you know, please subscribe to my channel and click the notification button so that as you produce this video, you'll be getting them as well. This is the only way you can also encourage us to produce more video. Subscribe and share the video to your friend, your family, your relative that you think are interested in things. Trust me, you can do it yourself without paying to anyone. I did it some years back. I'm currently in Canada, in Saskatchewan. If you have any question, please put it in the comment section. I'll be glad to answer you. Yeah, so let's dive in. Thank you. Okay, so this is where we assess the eligibility, right? And in assessing the to see whether you qualify. There are different subcategories. These are the things that will give you a pointer. One, if you have a job offer and meet the criteria, right, below, you could go for employment offer because you have a job offer, right? If you have an express entry profile number, right? That means you go for express entry. If you don't have a job offer or you don't have an expert profile and you still want the provision nominee, you want to be in the provision program, then the occupation in demand is for you. In that occupation of demand, just to make sure that the list of NOC under the occupation in demand matches with the job you are doing. That's all. And then you need to also determine whether your job is regulated or not. If it's regulated, you go to the link and then you find out what you need to do. If you check my video on EOI or the one for the overview and guide for the Sinp, you would get elaborate information there. Now, although I explained this in the overview, but I want to go more detailed in the. That's why I brought this assessing yourself eligibility again. In case this is your first video in this series, this is very useful to also start with. But ensure that you check other related videos in my page so that you can have a full grasp and it will be guided in your application. Now, my goal is to ensure that by the time I'm done with all of the videos, you can connect them and start and finish your provisional nominee and express entry, even in a pool, and you are able to come to Canada unaided. That's my goal. Now, to support me with this, I need you to subscribe to my channel and also click notification button and then share the video to those who want to come to Canada. Right? Thank you. And so there are different parameters or factors that you need to fulfill and then gain point for. And you need to understand that for each of these category, for the purpose of SIM, you can only obtain one point from only one line in each of the sections, right? So let's continue, right? So the first one is the first factor here is labor market success, and the first um, consideration there is education and training. Now, please refer to my video on education credential assessment, that's ACA. You will get an insight on a guide on how to do an assessment, a kind of your document to get the equivalent of Canada, right? The approved bodies that Canada partners with, that you can get your home country credentials assessed to know the equivalent. That's very important for your journey. One of them is WES, another one ICAS, and there are three others. So it will be useful so that you understand that how to capture your points here. So if you have a master degree, it's 23. Please don't waste your money to do bachelor's degree. If you have master, just go straight to your master's because that's where you want to pick your point. It's only one that you need to pick from. So your highest degree. So if you have master degree or PhD or anything above that, MPhil, PhD, master degree, and all of that is 23 points once you do your assessment, your ECA. Then you have the bachelor's degree or at least 3 years degree. Anything that is 3 years and above qualifies for 20 score here. And if you have a trade certificate equivalent to journey person status in Saskatchewan, right? So maybe a trades person, hands-on trades person. You There is a body in Canada. You need to Google that out, and then once you have a certificate for it, that's 20 score, right? So Canadian equivalent diploma that requires 2 years. So if you're in your own country, you have a diploma that is for 2 years, you claim 15 points. And then if it is just below 2 years, maybe a year, but at least 2 semesters, then it's 12 points. That wraps up your education and training point. So you want to aim to get that. So you will see details when you watch the video for ECA. For skill work experience, very important, right? 1 year must be equal to 12 full months if you want to claim 1 year equivalent, right? So, but at least you must have a minimum of 1 year work experience in the job you want to claim. From there, that is 2 points. 2 years is 4 points. 3 years is 6 points. 4 years is 8 points. 5 years is 10 points for the first 5 years experience. So when you have more than 5 years experience, you will claim another point. Now, this is it. So let me explain to you so that you know. For example, if you have 7 years work experience, you claim 5 years here, which is 10, and you claim 2 years here, which is 2. If you have 9 years, you claim 5 years here, which is 10. You claim 4 years here, which is 4, right? So you can compute it manually as a speed. Now, so if you have 10 years and more than 10 years, it means you claim 5 years here and 5 years here. I'm sorry, 5 years here, 5 years here, which is 10 points and 5 points, 15 in total, in that order. Yeah. So when we come to language ability, I've also have a video for language ability where you would be able to see all of those ability that you have. So more like, okay, this is the the scores you have in your language chosen language test, and then the CLB. So if you check the the video, you'll see there is a calculator that I've provided in that course where you can use to convert to your CLB as well. The link is in my bio as well. So go to my page in case you don't see the link in this video. Just go to my page and you'll be able to find these videos. Please subscribe and click the notification button so that you can get videos as we post. The intention, once again, you will get all the videos so long as you are subscribed and you click our notification button, and so that you can sit down in one full sweep, listen to one video to another, and then you are able to go through it. Second language test, if you have, for example, French or English. So please, whichever language that you have your strength in is what you should use to make your first language. So you can have French as your first language and English or the other way. So you pick your score according to it, right? So if you ask me, if you get a good score in English, check you should use English as your first language. So that shows you are more competent in English, right? Now, in the age side, in the age factor, you your point drops as you age, right? So, however, the prime age is between 22 and 34. It has the highest score there. But for those who are below it, but the minimum age for score is 18 years old because that's where you begin to apply, right? So between 18 to 21 is actually 8 years. This point, right, indicates the weight and the age group that really Canada is trying to attract more. So in the prime ages between 22 and 34, if you check, they fall into the workforce, the productive workforce in some of the surveys. Then between 35 and 45, very important. So you get 10 points. And then 46 and 58 one. If you go to the federal equivalent, I think they drop by 5, 5, and 5 in their age parameter. Now, more than 50 years, I mean, it's zero, just like less than 18 in zero. The total score here is 80, right? The cumulative score to this point is 80, meaning if you add up all other factors, the maximum obtainable point is 80. Is how do you arrive at this? Is the addition of the highest obtainable point for each of the category. So whatever point you score from now is against 80. Now, when you come to employment offer, if you have an employment offer, it's also a point for you. So if you have an employment offer by any Saskatchewan employer, is a 30 whooping point for you, right? So if that's the route you are taking, you see how employment offer gives you an advantage here. It's a priority. It's highly prioritized. Now, for another one, because now we're talking about the factor on connection to Saskatchewan labor market adaptability. How connected are you to it? So these are the places where you need to get those points. So the point here is 30. And then for if you have close family relative, right? So is listed here. Those are the eligibility. Two conditions are very important that you need to understand who the family relative are. So parent, sibling, grandparent, aunt, uncle, niece, nephew, first cousin, and step family members or in-laws of the same relationship. This is very generous, even step family members. So it's an expanded network. If you have any one of them currently in Saskatchewan, you may be able to get 20 points. This is very good. However, there is also a condition because Saskatchewan is also concerned on your intention to stay because they cannot mandate you, but they want to see that you feel the intention to stay. So anyone, if any of your family member has sponsored anyone, there must be an evidence that that person has stayed in Saskatchewan for 6 months at least in the minimum. Uh, Once you can show that evidence, it means such family member can sponsor again, right? Can sponsor again. So also past work experience. So if you have experience in Canada for at least 1 year, for at least 1 year in the past 5 years on a valid work permit, you score 5. Then if you have schooled in Canada for a full-time calendar, so one full-time calendar. So if you run a 2 years course and you have spent 1 year, you can claim this point. That means you can start your application at that point after 1 year. So long as you have that under a valid study permit, you can begin to, you can pick a 5 point. The total point, the highest point in this is 30, right? So, and the cumulative is 110. So, meaning that the total obtainable score is 110. If you get highest in all of them, it's 110, right? However, the minimum score that you need to hit for you to be eligible is 60. So with 60, you have confidence that yes, you can do what we call expression of interest. Now, expression of interest is another video I've also made in detail. You can check my uh, page for that video or the link if it has been added at the point of this video. Right. Thank you so much. If you have any question, please do not hesitate to ask. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment in this video just to encourage us to do more. Yeah, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.